All right, boys, have a seat. We need to talk about two transfer windows, Fofana and Frenkie de Jong coming to Chelsea this transfer window. We're going to be spending a lot of cash, so stick around as we dive deeper into this. Those don't know who I am. My name is Mike, huge fan of the best team in London. If you agree with that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. Now, in today's video, like I mentioned, we're going to talk about Fofana and Frenkie de Jong. Now, let's talk about Fofana first because he's been in the news a lot more. So Chelsea have gone out and put another bid in for about $70 million to Leicester for this player, which was denied. Brendan Rodgers does not want to sell this player, which is pretty sure. I mean, the manager doesn't want to lose one of his best CBs right now, but Chelsea are pretty adamant on getting this player. I'm up in the air as of lately now because if we're going to be spending more than 70 plus million euros, it just seems way too high for CB, who's coming back from a leg break last season. Yes, he's 21. His ceiling is very, very high. And again, he could do a lot at Chelsea. But we're getting to the point where I think we're going to be overspending way too much. And then clubs may see that and try to get more from us as well. But on top of that, then he's going to have this high expectation coming right to Chelsea, which again, you don't really want to see with a CB being so young, because if things don't work out right away, then his whole momentum, his mindset, all that's going to be just down in the dumps, and therefore he's just sitting on the bench, not doing anything. And even that being said, he still may be on the bench even if he does play well, because he's going to be behind Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Azpilicueta, Cucurella. So again, we already have quite a few players, but it does make sense to bring in another CB. Not saying it has to be Fofana, because Thiago Silva is up there in age. Now, obviously, I want him to play every single game, but that's most likely not going to happen. Again, the player does need rest. He's not going to the World Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, though. So again, he will get a break then, but still, he's getting up there in age and will need breaks, especially when we have back-to-back games, especially with Champions League as well. So therefore, we do need another CB to play that role. Trevor Chalobah is there, obviously, but again, I think Fofana would be a great replacement for Thiago Silva. Just don't want to spend as much as we're going to spend on this player. Now, the other player we're going to need to talk about is Frenkie de Jong. Now, I know I talked about this before in a different video, but there are more rumors now going out. Romero from Barcelona, who happens to be about a tier 1 for their club, is saying that he will be on his way out. Chelsea most likely, which again, I'm very excited for this player to come. There's been so many issues at Barcelona with this player. I feel so bad for him. He has all these wages he needs to get paid back. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. The club pretty much wants him to leave so they can bring other players in. Again, it's a very catastrophe for this player and for the club, and hopefully we can get him for a decent price. I think what Chelsea needs to do, though, is wait a little bit, make Barcelona bring the price down, because, again, I don't think we need to overspend for this player. We don't really technically need him right now. Yes, we do need someone to fit the role of Jorginho, Conte, Kovacic at some point, but doesn't have to be actually this transfer window or even this season. We could really do well with Jorginho and Conte already. So again, we don't need him, so we don't need to overspend for him. But again, this player can play a lot of positions, very versatile in our midfield. He can play pretty much a CDM. He could play box to box. He could even play in defense as well. So again, this player has so many key options that he can play. And I know Thomas Tuchel will be very excited to have this player come to the club. But again, I don't want to see us spend too much. So overall, I think we can do very well if we bring one of these players in, maybe both. And if that is the case, I think Chelsea may have had one of the best transfer windows in the last decade at this club. I want to say it's the best overall, because back when Roman Abramovich came in, we just spent so much cash, brought all these great players in, but still, it might be one of the best transfer windows we've had in a very long time. If Thomas Tuchel can get the best of these players, we can do very, very well this season. So that is all I have for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. And that is it, and I will see you next time.